Hey guys, welcome back to the Our Minds 2020 podcast with your host, me, Jemima. So for today's episode, I am going to be talking about making friends. And in particular, making friends when you're suffering with a mental illness. As you guys know by now, I do suffer from depression and I also suffer from anxiety. So I'm going to be talking about making friends when you are suffering with that depression and anxiety. However, I do kind of feel that if you are fortunate and you don't suffer with a mental illness, I kind of feel that what I'm going to say will also apply to you, just in terms of making friends, just certain things that I've noticed as I've grown up and where I'm at today in my life. And I just wanted to share a few things, talk about, a few thoughts, experiences, stuff. So anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so I've always struggled with making friends. Let's go way back. From when I was a child, I was absolutely fine. Primary school, absolutely fine. Secondary school, absolutely fine. Hit college, here I am, 17, and 17, I don't know if I've ever said this before, but when I was 17, that was when I realized that, Jemima, something's up here. And I kind of realized that, yeah, girl, you suffering from depression. But anyway, that's for another time, that's another story. And from that age, that's when I struggled with making friends. Now, I did have friends at college. I had a small group of friends, but one thing I realized very, very early on was I was always second guessing myself whenever I was around them. And I would always think, am I good enough? Do they really, really like me? God, I'm so different to them, even though we're friends. So things like interests. They were very much so interested in going clubbing and drinking. Nothing wrong with that. But even though I am somebody who I love to dance, love to dance, and I've said this 1,000 times, I absolutely love dancing to cheesy 80s pop music. It's my favorite. I don't know, I just was not that clubby person. I'm still not that clubby person, and I don't think I ever will be that clubby person. Drinking was just not my thing, never has been my thing, it's not really my thing now. With those college friends, they were very academic. They weren't snobby or anything like that. No, I couldn't hang around with somebody like that. But they were very academic. They were doing A-levels. I didn't quite make the grade to do A-levels, so I was doing half an A-level, which was AS levels. And when they would talk about their coursework and this and that, and I'd just be sitting there thinking, oh God, I don't really need to do that. And I kind of felt, do they think that I'm dumb because I'm not doing A-levels? They were applying to go off to universities, and one of them, because I had a really, really brainy friend, one of them was applying to go to Cambridge. Listen, guys, I still need to use my fingers to add up. There was just no way that I could apply to go to Cambridge, because God did not create my brain to be that intelligent. But anyway, they were applying to go to university, and here I was applying to go to drama schools. And again, I'd be thinking to myself, oh gosh, they've got their life set out. This person is going to Cambridge. That person has got their interview for this university. And here I am spending money, putting down a deposit just so I can get an audition spot for a drama school. And even that audition spot, that doesn't mean I'm going to get in. So there were just silly things like that I was thinking about. Also, they were very much into, dating and finding boyfriends and finding girlfriends, and this is going to sound quite sad. Again, I really wasn't interested in that. I mean, I fancied guys, don't get me wrong, but my heart was very much set on this one guy who didn't even know that I existed, even though we were friends. That again, that's a story for another time. So in my very teenage mind, I was always second guessing myself. Now, you would think as life started to happen, I would I don't know, I'd get a bit better in terms of making friends, but that wasn't the case. Me second guessing myself then spilled over into my adulthood. Now, you know when you're in school, you have the clique, and they're called the cool crowd or the in crowd. I truly feel that crowd, that term I should say, that crowd, that term, I don't know, it spills into adult life, meaning the cool crowd, in inverted commas, it still exists even when you are an adult, like when you're well into your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. And what I mean by that is, you can be in our circle if you've bought your own home, if you're married, if you've got a career, if you've had life experiences and you've traveled to all these amazing places. And yeah, I hold my hands up, me at 37 years of age, haven't achieved any of that, still trying to make my life work. So when I hit 31, and I mentioned this before, I truly believe that God just came into my life and cleared out everybody, everyone, every situation. I'm talking an ex that I was with, certain friends that I had, the job that I was in, the flat that I was living at. Like, I'm talking a complete clear out. I retreated into myself a lot. And I did a lot of things by myself, which is it's good to do things by yourself. But it was also really, really bad. And some of the things I was doing by myself were, simple things like going to the cinema. I mean, to be fair, from the day I was born, okay, no, not from the day I was born, that's a bit of an exaggeration. But for a very, 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 very long time, I've always just gone to the cinema by myself. But going for a coffee, sitting in restaurants, going on day trips, going to exhibitions, going on walks, going to a bar, like I would just do things by myself, and I didn't even think anything of it. So that was going on for a good few years, and I did have 3 really good friends who were like I would walk over hot coal for them. I would sit next to a bee for them. And if you know me, you know how much I absolutely despise bees. Nobody coming at me on Instagram for me saying that. I don't like them, and we'll leave it at that. So anyway, 2019 came, and I don't know what triggered me. I really don't know, but I knew that me not having friends, I knew it was a problem. And just, I don't know, all of a sudden, I just felt really, really lonely. And not lonely as in, I need a partner in the romantic sense lonely, but lonely as in, I don't really have anyone around me. And I know I just said I've got 3 really, really close friends, but one of my besties, she got married and moved all the way to Holland, so couldn't really see her. Another one of my friends, she's very much a social butterfly, and it's really hard to pin her down. And then my other friend, he's constantly working, so it's, again, with him, it's really hard to pin him down. So I just kind of accepted it. We meet when we can, and it is very, very, even now it's very, very, very sporadic. But I couldn't deny, back in 2009 when it hit me, I just realized that I was really, really lonely. I don't know if this will make sense, but have you ever felt so lonely that you now don't even realize that you're lonely because you've become so used to it? So in 2009, I decided that, I've got to do something about this, because it's not good, it's not healthy, it's not good. So I came across this app, and this app is called Meetup. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's an American company, or it started in America, and it did really, really well. So I think it spread all over the world. I don't know. But I'm like 70, 85, maybe 90% sure it's American. But anyway, I found this app, and this app is basically an app to make friends and to do things with friends in and around London. and they have loads of different like social groups on the app. So you have like a cinema group, a hiking group, a bar group, a cooking group, like loads of different groups. So I joined a few groups, and I will never forget my first meetup. It was for coffee and cakes at this coffee and cake shop in Baker Street in central London. And the days leading up to it, my God, my anxiety was through the roof, because I've never done something like this before. I didn't know who the hell I was going to be meeting. I was scared. I was scared. I thought to myself, okay, here I am. I don't really know if I've got anything to offer you, you know. Are you going to like me? Well, no, I didn't really think, are you going to like me? I just was scared of what they were going to think of me, because in my mind, I knew that my life was a mess. I suffer from depression, and am I going to meet anyone that's going to be able to relate to that? I don't know, just the usual thoughts that you think of when you're anxious about meeting someone or people for the first time. So anyway, I went to this meetup. Armpits were sweating buckets, prickly heat. As per usual, I was one of the first people to get there. And as time went on and more of the girls, it was an all-girl meetup, by the way, as more of the girls started to come for this coffee and cake meetup, I was loosening up. Do you know what? Okay, at this point, I just need to big myself up here, because I was highly surprised at how well I was able to talk to quite literally everybody on that table. And what was so brilliant was we were all different women, different ages, different ethnic groups, different nationalities, different religion. Like, it was just really quite amazing. And we were all just talking blah, 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 blah. And then that dreaded question of, oh, so what is it that you do? Now, the reason why this is a dreaded question is, should I say it? Okay, should I say it or should I not say it? Okay, I'm thinking. Jemima, should I say it? Okay, I'm not going to say. One day it might come out. I don't know. Anyway, it's a dreaded question, because when you don't have a career and, you know, you're doing shift work and you're at a particular age doing shift work and you're telling people, oh, this is what I do because I'm waiting for this and that to happen, you feel some type of way. You just feel like a bit of a bum, even though you shouldn't feel like a bit of a bum, because at least you're waking up every day to go to a job to earn some money. But you feel like a bit of a bum because you yourself, you're thinking, I'm not where I want to be in life, if that makes sense. So I would say to them, okay, this is what I'm doing. And they're like, oh, okay, that's really cool. Good for you. But not saying it in a patronizing manner or a demeaning manner. They were like, yeah, you're doing what you're doing. Crack on with it. And I thought, oh, okay, there's no judgment here. This feels good. So this little meetup, it was scheduled to be for 2 hours. I was there for like 3.5 because I enjoyed it so much. And when I eventually left, I felt really, really good. And I remember it was the Christmas of 2019. And I just remember walking out of there thinking to myself, well done you. You actually put yourself out there. And, you know, fair enough, I didn't make any friends, but I was in a social environment, meeting people that I wouldn't really have met if I hadn't have gone to that meetup. And the fact that I was able to speak, hold a conversation, I was really surprised at myself. So through that, I joined a few other meetup groups. And to cut a very, very long story short, one of the groups that I made, it was Girls About London or something like that. And through that group, I now have made 4 really good friends. And this is why it's so important to put yourself out there. I've made no secret that in recent months, even now, I'm going through a depressive episode, and I'm trying my best to get out of it and to be motivated and, you know, just trying to get myself back up. But anyway, earlier on in the month, I just went mute on everyone. All WhatsApp groups, I went mute on. Oh, I should actually add, these 4 girls, I met them through Meetup, and through us meeting up, we then became close. We started to meet up outside of the Meetup group. We created a little WhatsApp group for ourselves. We're constantly messaging each other, calling each other up. Before lockdown happened for the 3rd time here in the UK, we were going out to bars and restaurants and going for walks in the park, and we became really, really close. So anyway, fast forward now, beginning of the month, I was getting really, really low, muted on everyone, didn't really want to talk to anyone. They were going back and forth on the WhatsApp group and I just wasn't replying at all. That went on for like a week, and eventually, I explained to them very, very briefly what was going on with me. The support from them was unbelievable, because I just thought to myself, okay, we've been friends for a while, not too long, but not too short, a while. If I'm here on this group saying, oh, you know what, guys, my mental health is suffering and I'm going through a depressive episode right now, I just assume that they would just have aired me, ignored me, or just created another WhatsApp group and left me out of it. I don't know. But they were like, it's okay, it's absolutely fine, take as much time as you need, we're here if you want to talk. One of them got in touch with me privately, and she said, I know exactly how you feel. This was me at some point. I went to therapy and they diagnosed me as having PTSD. PTSD. And I was shocked, because I do it as well. If you were to ever meet her, you would never think that she's somebody who suffers with that. But anyway, we eventually went on to have a Zoom call, and I wasn't quite myself, but I thought, no, let me get on this call. I haven't seen my friends because of lockdown for a while, and I was just really quiet on the call. Naturally, they picked up on it, and this was the first time that I was telling friends here, that yeah, I do suffer from depression and this is what's going on with me. No judgment, no nothing. They were just like, yeah, okay, cool, that's what you're suffering with. We are here to support you. If you need anything, if you want to take a time out, take a time out. You don't need to tell us, but try not to be by yourself. Just really amazing words of encouragement that if they had carried on with it, I probably would have started crying on the phone. And it was really, really, really lovely. And after that phone call, I kind of thought, oh God, I hope they don't see me as the weakest link and they don't invite me to stuff, and I don't know, we stop going for walks and going out for drinks and stuff. But no, they actually still want to hang with me, and I'm like, oh my God, you actually want to hang with me. So I say all of that to say to you guys that when it comes to making friends, especially when you're an adult, I think, but you know what? Let's put it out there. Let me put it out there. Making friends in general, it's not easy. It's really, really not easy. But nevertheless, nothing in life is truly easy. You just got to do it and put yourself out there. Find those that accept you and love you for who you are. And believe me, they are there. They are out there. In my heart, in my spirit, in my loins, I do not believe that we as humans, we're here to walk this earth alone. I really, really don't. I think that we need support. We need people around us to support us, to help us, encourage us, to make memories and moments and have fun with. It's great to be by yourself, and I'm a huge advocate for being by yourself, but not all the time. Not all the time. If people want to pass judgment because of where you are at in life, the fact that you're suffering from a mental illness, your interest, what it is that you want to do in life, you have to understand that that's not a you problem, that is a 100% their problem. At least you're trying to do something to help better yourself. Do not allow anyone to make you feel less than. Unfortunately, I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy, but this is life. And in life, you're gonna meet people that are gonna say some really horrible things to you. You're going to meet people that are going to make you feel less than. You are going to encounter people that are going to say horrible things to you, treat you badly. You will encounter these things, and if you haven't, write a book, let us know how you were able to do it, or at least avoid it. What I'm going to say here, it's nothing new at all. Just because those people say those really horrible things to you doesn't make you less valuable. Doesn't mean that, your purpose in this world is not valid. It doesn't mean any of that. And deep down, you do know that, you do realize that. But I've been there too. Those words, it cuts, it really does hurt. But don't let other people's opinions, negative opinions, put you down. And don't let it not make you do the things that you want to do in life. Don't think, you know what? This person treated me badly before and I'm scared to now make friends. I'm scared to get into a relationship. I'm scared to go for that job. I'm scared to go here. I'm scared to express myself to this person. Don't. Try your very best. And I know it's hard, which is why I say the word try. Try your very, very best to get that thought out of your mind, because that thought is not serving you a purpose in your life. And believe me, because I say this with experience, you will be so surprised what you get when you put yourself out there. There are people who are eager, really, really eager to meet someone just like you. All you have to do is help them to find you and start getting out there and living your life. So guys, that's my time. As usual, I do hope that whoever is listening, you've taken something away from this, something positive anyway. And I hope that it's encouraged you. I hope that it's made you feel a little bit better if you weren't feeling good before you listened to this episode. So yeah, as always, people, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and go live your life. God bless you all, and I will see you next time. Okay, I won't see you next time because this is a podcast, but you'll hear from me next time. But if you do want to see me next time, you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is the same like the podcast, Our Minds 2020. Okay, bye guys, stay safe.